Hey, how's it going, everybody? This is Artorigold with another First Impressions video. This game is amazing. It is called Gundam Evolution. It is doing a network test for the past day and a half, something like that. And it's only going on for a couple of more days. The game is not fully released yet, but goddamn, this is amazing. Goddamn Gundam. Yeah. Anyways, so I'm going to play just kind of an average ranked game. We're going to queue, and I'm going to give you my thoughts and just kind of go over it. You can see the gameplay for yourself. This game is very similar to Overwatch. It is a first person shooting game, 6v6, and that already is kind of amazing. It's kind of like a hero-based shooter, right? You choose one of the Gundams that you want to play as. They each have abilities, moves, all that. And it's really, really just addicting, and I'm having so much fun with it. It just gives me the same vibes, and it reminds me of just like when Overwatch first came out. It has a ranked rating system that you can go ahead and play. It's actually the only thing you can play, along with a practice mode, and you have just a small bit of like cosmetic things that you can choose from at the beginning. You can't really unlock anything, but it gives you just like a little bit of a taste of what's to come in the game. As you can see, like for example, I have a weapon skin for this character, and it's like orange. There's skins for Gundams themselves. For example, this Gundam doesn't normally look this way. They have different color schemes for the guns, the weapons, and then they even have like highlight intros, kind of like if you ever played Overwatch. They have kind of, I don't know how to describe it. They have highlight intros for like play of the games, right? And you can basically have different stuff like that. So we'll go ahead and just play this. You can see everybody has a gun that they can shoot, and then you have several different abilities as well. Here, let me go to the audio settings. Let's turn this down just a smidge because I am recording. So there are some downsides to this game. None of them, none of them that are really too crazy. To be honest, they aren't that bad. The downsides that I have for it, I think, are really coming down to maybe some characters just aren't balanced. See, right here we have a character who's very strong. His name is Barbatos. One thing that I also really like about this game is it is based on Gundams. Some people might not like the Gundam theme. They might not like how it's themed around anime, but I actually really like it. Personally, I'm a huge fan of Gundam. I'm a huge fan of anime. I really enjoy it. I'm having a good time. Sometimes when I'm playing this game and people are all in my face, though, it's hard to really concentrate, you know? This character is kind of a close range guy. He has a lot of dashes. One thing that you'll notice, there's health packs on the map. There's different objectives. One of the downsides, I think, is one of the game mode types. So you'll notice that one of the game mode types is actually 2CP. And 2CP is something that we really hate. Especially since from the days of the Overwatch. Another thing that you'll notice is when you kill someone, they actually can get revived, which actually is a pretty cool mechanic. So here we need to go to point B. We've been kind of fucking around a little bit too much with the melee-based characters, which is Barbatos and Gundam Exia from Gundam Iron Blood and Gundam 00. Looks like we have our ult already. Just like in Overwatch, there are ultimates for everybody, which is pretty fun. Oh, one of the other downsides I would say would also be the audio. It's actually a bit annoying, because the audio cues on everything is just a little crazy in my opinion. But this character, honestly, I really like it. It's pretty basic. That right there is actually not an enemy mine. This character plays a lot like Tracer. I think it's pretty easy for people to pick up if they like mobile heroes. Does a ton of damage up close. Oh, I got myself caught. This character is really fun, but his ultimate isn't very good. You can hit F1 and you kind of see like what all of the abilities are on a character. Let's go ahead and choose a character that's a bit less mobile so I don't have to think too much. This is a great character. I think Gun Tank right here I think he looks really cool, but he's also really easy to play. If you ever played Titanfall, it kind of has like a smart link kind of thing where you just lock on to people and the bullets will just always hit. Um, there's a lot of characters here. I think people can kind of choose a bunch of different options. You have long range snipers, you have like your close range people, you have your tanky people, like that guy right there is a fucking tank. And then you even have your really fast characters that really imitate like Genji or Doomfist even. And those are the ones that are doing all the melee based attacks. And I gotta be honest, those characters are really, really fun to play. However, they take a lot of work. Very similar to the Zaku character that I just was playing, right? He takes a lot of work to manage and do well with. But when you are playing him, you have a ton of fun. That right there is an ult. I've been playing this game a lot, so I already know a lot, you know, just from playing it. Going for revives is a really good key way to win. And I guess maybe I could talk a little bit about the healing aspect in this game. One thing that you'll notice is it's not like Overwatch where there's a huge amount of people who have shields and a huge amount of people that have like stuns. There is a couple of things like that, but it's just nowhere near the level of Overwatch. You have a couple of stuns. Obviously, the melee characters have that. And I think that's about it, though. Maybe there's some grenades that have some knockbacks and things like that. But when it comes to terms of shields, there's only one character, really, that really is, like, super annoying when it comes to the shield. And it's that guy who's, like, a super big tank character. But other than that, you have a lot of people who have small little healing abilities. But for the most part, you just kind of go for the health packs. I'm in a tight spot right here. We're gonna use our melee ability there. Ooh, he got me though. Reviving your team is really difficult to do, but when you are able to get it off, it's insanely huge. There are only a few things in the game that are really support-like, and it's not like one single character is based on healing. Oh, we're getting overrun. They got all the melee characters right now. I have my ultimate, but I haven't had a chance to use it. As you can see right here, we have a sniper character. Sniping in this game is really good, but you also have to be really good. It's very difficult to actually utilize it properly. You have to, like, really take into consideration the map that you're playing on. So, like, for example, this is a King of the Hill type map. So the characters that are really mobile and have those strong melee attacks have a much easier time because it's a smaller map, smaller space. There's not really choke points. So those kind of characters do really well. So like for example, Barbatos and Exia are the two melee-based characters. This one has a stun and he's very strong, but it's kind of a necessary evil. Although I will say, while this character is really overpowered and really strong, this character with the shield is also kind of overpowered and really strong. And that's the downsides of the game, a little bit of the balancing. But the thing is these two characters even themselves out, right? While this character is really, really overpowered with a shield and it's almost impossible to kill him, this character can just go up and melee him and he's not even an issue. So there are kind of like hard counters in a way, right? But other than that, I kind of just like the gun shooting characters a lot. They're really fun and rewarding. If we were to play a 2CP map, you kind of see a lot more of it. Because the melee characters kind of thrive on King of the Hill where it's smaller, but on the 2CP maps, it's much, much more centered around the actual shooting stuff. But as you can tell, the shooting is kind of difficult. Because these guys, they move around, man. They move around fast. We did get a nice headshot right there, though. Ooh, headshot. I love that sound when you get a headshot. It's such a good sound. But you gotta make sure to confirm those bodies. It can be really annoying if you don't confirm them. Let's go ahead and get to the point, though. We got, like, 2 kills. So now I think we're good enough to get up onto this point before other people are here. Okay. Using my E ability here, which gives me a small temporary shield that will go away. got some damage and kills on people here, but... Ooh, I love that mace ability. Let's go ahead and confirm the down. Oh, goodness. I missed my shot. It's really hard to aim these shots up when we're up close like this. We did pretty well there, though. We did a lot of work. It's just when you get one of those melee guys on the point, whew, it's tough. Honestly, picking a melee character, I feel like it's really strong and I would do it myself. I have the ability to. The only reason why I didn't is because it takes a little too much brain power to use this character sometimes. Oh, he's won. Oh, nice. We're going to go ahead and confirm the downs at every chance we can get. Use my shield. Ooh. No, sir. Another little headshot there. We're doing a lot of good damage. Oh, no, I missed. Okay, there we go, there we go. So, like, that guy right there, he had a little healing station that might resemble Soldier 76's. It's very similar to that. Very, very similar. I'm actually going to throw this on the point here. Oh, I had no dashes. So that's another big part of the game, right? You have dashes in the bottom left of your screen. Every character has a different amount of dashes. I only have 2, so I get... Ooh, I do a ton of damage, right? But I'm more of a medium range, I want to like sit there and shoot at you kind of character. Because as you can see, I can do a ton of damage. But as you can see, the fast characters, they got like 3 dashes and they are very irritating to try to take care of. And now I'm getting a sandwich here. And it looks like he found a health pack because he got full health. So, I love this game. It's really fun. But I will say, for some of the people that haven't played it yet, it's going to be difficult for them. I think a lot of them are going to be very frustrated at the melee characters, which is understandable, right? Because while the gun characters do a lot of damage, it's difficult to hit all the shots on them. Because they have 3 dashes, and they have very tiny hitboxes. But all around, I think you'll enjoy this game very much when you play it. Go to Steam, sign up for... Go to Gundam Evolution. You can register for the network playtest right now. It's a ton of fun to play. It'll be very difficult to try to multitask while doing it. I promise you that. Because while I'm doing the video right here, I'm getting my ass handed to me, right? I'm not doing well. And I only really showcased like a couple of the Gundams. And we saw a lot of the melee people being in my face, getting the kills on me. They are very strong, but I promise you, if you were to play those melee characters, you would have a ton of fun. They are really, really fun to play. But like I said, with the downsides of this game so far, the balancing. I do think these characters, while they are amazing and really fun to play, they're really overpowered. They are really overpowered. They need to... I don't know what they could do. They could do several things for that. I know I'm going to leave it up to them. But for sure, you guys got to check this game out. Try out all the different like units that you can have there. And it's going to be completely free to play when it launches. So I'm sure you guys are going to have a great time. We can go over a little bit of the units just real quickly because that game was actually really short. Pale Rider does a ton of damage. His abilities, you can kind of see them here at the unit explanation. I guess I'm not going to go over them too heavily because I'm not going to go for it. This guy plays very similar to Soldier 76. Very easy if you want to start out and you want to just start shooting people. You can heal yourself just like Soldier 76 and you do a ton of damage. This guy was the guy that I was playing at the end. He plays kind of like Ash, I guess, from Overwatch. I'm going to make a lot of Overwatch comparisons. Does a lot of really strong single target damage. And then you can also throw like a mace that's pretty good. It's basically just a grenade. Zaku, this guy plays just like Tracer. Very, very fun to play when you're doing well. Barbatos, you saw him. He just one-shots you with his giant mace spear thing. Really fun to play. Really annoying to play against. Salzabi, big tank guy. Really overpowered in the hands of a right player. Has an immensely powerful shotgun. And the shield is almost impossible to break through unless you're playing this character. It kind of evens out a little bit. This character is kind of support-like. He can transform into a little like flying plane. He has dual-wield pistols, which are really cool. He has a nano boost for an ult, and he can heal people with like a little bit of a tether. Not a crazy amount of healing, but there is a little bit of it there. The healing, as you can tell, is not gonna like you're not gonna be like Overwatch healing where people are just gonna stay alive forever, like with the Zenyatta Transcendence, right? People are just gonna get one shot Barbatos, or however you say it, and you're just gonna not be able to heal through that kind of damage. GM Sniper, this guy is fantastic, but he's really bad at King of the Hill. You have to play him on one of the 2 CP maps, as you can tell. He's just a sniper, does a ton of damage. Um, Hamir. This guy is like Farah. He flies around in the sky. He transforms into a ship. He's very mobile. His gun fires kind of like a Halo battle rifle, which is actually really fun. If you're up in the air, you can just kind of just pew 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 shoot people. Does a ton of damage. Very good for like flanking. Uh, Dom Trooper. This guy's a rocket launcher guy, but he's really slow. One of the downsides to this, and I really think they should remove it, is he moves around like you're skating on ice, which I really don't like. I don't know why that's in there. I don't know if that's a thing in the Gundam series, but he doesn't stand fucking still. He just slides around all the place, and it's very annoying when you're trying to aim. I'm not sure what the purpose of that is, but this guy's really cool. His support ability is he fires an armor gun at someone, and they get a short boost of armor, similar to like how Brig used to give people armor. But this guy's basically just a really slow, clunky soldier without rocket jumping from Team Fortress 2. That's what he feels like. He's really fun. This guy, I can never. This guy's weird. Okay, so this guy has a really powerful rifle, very similar to the OG Gundams, where he shoots like a charged shot that does a lot of damage, but it pierces through people. So it's really fun. The problem is I think he's kind of weak. The only thing that's really good and strong about him is his ultimate. His ultimate is insanely good. He just flies around like a butterfly and it just drops a fuck ton of bombs on everybody on the point and it just murders everybody on objectives, right? It's super good. Problem is I think he's really weak outside of his ult. Not terrible though. Gun tanks are great for beginners. I played him a little bit. You kind of saw what he did. You basically just lock on the. You can do AOE and actually lock on the multiple targets and attack multiple targets at the same time. You have a little like cannon. You shoot some missiles, and you have like a little rush. And his support ability, he actually can revive people a lot faster. The reviving really doesn't come into play that much unless you're in 2CP. I find that happens all the time because if you're familiar with 2CP, it's very hard to take those points. GM, this guy has a very close range pistol. He's basically like only up close. It does no damage far away, and he can use his shield to protect himself as he shoots it. So he's a little durable, but he's very up close fighter. He also has a support ability where he throws a repair grenade that does a small bit of healing in an AOE for his team, which is kind of nice. This guy, as you saw around, kind of like Barbatos, but even more mobile, but less damage. He basically slashes a lot like Genji. That's best comparison. Although I would say if I were to choose Exia or Barbatos, I would go with this guy all the time. He does way more damage. While he has a little bit more mobility, I would rather have the more damage on him because they're both already so mobile at the same time. This guy is another balancing blunder in my opinion. I think he's rather weak. He has a hook like Roadhog, but that's about it. He hooks you with like Roadhog, but it's really slow and clunky, and Roadhog's hook actually is better. His gun is okay, does a bit of damage, kind of hard to get like a whole bunch. Like you'd rather just choose OG Gundam. Like if I were to use a rifle like his, honestly, I'd rather just use his rifle. It's better. His Roadhog hook is okay, but it's really not that worth. When it comes to the negative side of things, I would say this character is a little too weak. This character is a little too strong. This character is a little too strong. This character is a little too fast and mobile. I would say Gun Tank is really fun, but he seems a little bit weak. Other than that, I would also say the 2CP game mode is a little not fun. They need to add maybe a payload map. That would be great. There's a lot of little balancing things that they could do here, but all around, I think this game has a ton of potential. And it's not even out yet, right? We're complaining about the small things, but really, that could be fixed pretty easily with balance updates. or they can continue to release new Gundams, which I'm sure they will, which I'm really excited for. I really want to see some Gundam Wing, some G Gundam, some Gundam Seed characters. Even if you don't like Gundam Seed, I love Gundam Seed. I think Strike Freedom is really fucking cool. So I would love to see new Gundams for new characters. A lot of potential for that. The ranked system is really cool. Hopefully, there's just more, like maybe custom games so you can play with your friends. I don't know. There's a lot of potential here. When it comes to the shop, I mean, it's a free to play game, so there's battle passes and all that, but we haven't been able to see the real scope of things, right? We haven't been able to see like how much that is. I mean, this battle pass is all free. We didn't have to pay for it. And you just get like a few different cosmetics. It's not that big of a deal. At the end, you get like a legendary skin, but all it is just a red Zaku. So it's whatever. I'm really excited for how this game is going to move forward. I think it's something you guys got to try since it's free to play. If you're a fan of shooting games, try it. If you're a fan of Overwatch, try it. If you're a fan of Gundam or anime, try it. If you're a fan of giant robots, try it. I mean, this game's just great. Go get it, guys. Seriously, it's really a lot of fun. Anyways, guys, that's it for my first impression video. Thank you so much. And make sure to watch me stream on twitch.tv/Artorigold, where I will most likely be streaming this game. A lot of it, too. All right. Have a good one, guys. See ya.